Hey guys, S-Man here, and welcome back to the Chat Cadet podcast. Today, I'm your host, S-Man, the guy who has zero interest in 3D girls, with my co-host, Kai. He's gonna go out swinging with his toy soldiers, dipping dots, fun-sized bars, slipping sides, fart noises, and his chicken stars. Kai?
Okay, first thing, your shirt. I didn't look at it before. What's wrong with you? Okay, like literally what are we doing? Like, like
It fits the theme.
where'd you even get that from?
I've been have this shirt. I've worn it.
I don't, I don't remember ever seeing you wear that. I'm gonna be so real with you. Because I mean,
No,
well, we don't usually like look at your shirts. Because I mean, you're always wearing something like anime related. Like you have your
no,
My
you know
Hero
what's crazy?
shirts.
I have worn it in front of you, and you'd be like, "Why do you have that shirt? You have like such a gooner shirt."
I mean, am I wrong? Look at what you're wearing, dude. Like, come on now. Let's be so real.
Says the guy who's eating his chicken stars. Do you
No,
get?
I'm
Do you get
eating
that joke?
chicken stars. No.
It's the brand new brain rot.
Oh, you sent me a video of that. I did not watch him, bro.
It's the newest brain. That's why I said I came up with a new intro 20 minutes ago. Yours was supposed to be the has zero interest in 3D girls.
Yeah, no, I saw the everybody hates Chris, like mom, the sister, and the brother, and
Tiny
then
eight slices. Drew
I
ate
like
one
my
once.
volume was off, so I didn't turn it back on to watch that video. I just yeah. But what's going on, guys? It's me, guy back at it, episode 2.
Oh, it's actually episode 1. I called the first one
Oh, episode 0. Oh,
0
okay, so
because that was
episode
before we
1.
had a name. Now we have Chat Cadet, unless we
Okay, well
feel
that
like
was like the
changing it.
pilot. That was a pilot episode though, so like
Yeah, so episode 0.
okay. Well, that's episode 1. I guess we're calling it.
6
Okay, all right. The joke is dead, bro. Leave that in like September, bro. We're in the great lock-in phase now.
I'm not locked in
Well, you better be. It's
with
the
my
great lock-in.
Snoopy hat and freaking Akino shirt. It fits the theme though. It fits the theme.
Yeah, nah. So let's see. What happened since our last podcast episode?
A
Well,
lot of those
Sonic
animes.
Racing.
Oh yeah, Sonic Racing did like fully
Yeah,
drop.
yeah. So Crossroads fully dropped. I bought the game day one. I've been playing it ever since. Okay. Are you serious? Like, I'm not even get to the glazing part yet. Like, relax. Like, give me a second. Damn, bro. Um, Yeah, no, but the game is pretty good. It's really good. I enjoy playing the game. Great pastime activity. I think I'll continue to actively play the game, for an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour span while I'm, got time to spare. It's pretty good. It's pretty good it's my rotation. I pretty much log in every day, run at least one Grand Prix. My favorite character to use so far, I like Silver, of course, because Silver's just goaded. I use Jet the Hawk. And by the way, anyone who uses Jet the Hawk or any of the Babylon Rouge in a car, you're going to hell. Okay, I'm just gotta say it.
I'm
The
gonna.
amount of clips.
I did ask for that game, by the way. My parents said they will buy it for me. I'll play it, but I'm getting it on Switch though, so that's the thing.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'll
Well,
play
you're
it.
on. You have the Switch too, so yeah.
Yeah, there's
But
no Switch 2
and
version, so I have to get the Switch 1
really,
and then upgrade.
oh,
I know,
I thought
and then
this
just
was.
like it runs. It's gonna run on the Switch too, but like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I have to pay
yeah.
money for a Switch 1 version. It was the same thing with
Yeah.
that Nicktoons game I want.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Yeah. Um, but I've seen too many clips of people using like Jet, Wave, and Storm
In
in
cars.
cars. That's disgusting. Okay, that's literally the most heinous thing you could do in that video game is to use those three characters in a car, bruh. Like, get the fuck away from me. Um, but I like using Silver, Jet. Who else? I use SPO too, actually. SPO, I like SPO's like color scheme when it comes to like uh
You're
his
stealing my
car.
character.
I didn't say he's my favorite character. I just said I use him sometimes. Of
SPO
course,
is like
Shadow's
my
goaded.
character I use.
I like using Wave too. I use Wave a
Besides
lot
Rouge,
actually.
I want the little like thing that says, "Oh, the gems are mine."
But yeah, whenever I buy the DLC, I'll be running Joker, and Mega Man. So yeah. What else happened though?
I have a
Few
question.
presents. So
How far are you in 100 girlfriends?
we're not watching 100
No, you
girlfriends. It's
said
not
you're gonna
happening.
read it every week for the podcast. I've been
I
reading
did
it for the
not say that.
podcast.
I did not say that. I didn't.
I got to
Pull.
this page.
Having that on standby is ridiculous. By the way, like on standby, just having that ready is what's wrong with you? But no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right.
If we hit
Regarding the new anime,
100 likes on this podcast episode, Kai will read it.
no, I'm not agreeing to that whatsoever. Regarding the new anime, I have not tuned in yet. Um,
Oh,
but
we'll
I,
get to my part.
yeah. But well, we'll ask you the same question. I'll bounce it back off to you. That's pretty much it for me.
All right. Well, going on to me, I haven't really done much this week. I have started some of the fall animes. I'm gonna tell you right now. The ones I haven't. Okay. The ones I haven't started yet are the two I was
Honey
most
bun,
excited
bro.
for. It was Spy Family and My Hero. I haven't started either of those yet. Also because I know what happens in the manga. I wanted to watch all the stuff that I don't know what happens yet first. So I'll give you a list of what I've watched so far.
Okay.
Well, firstly, I've just been trying to catch up on Watari-kun. As I've been like mentioning in our DMs, I hate Ishihara so much. Squishihara, she's actually like a demon trying to trap my goat with a baby. She's gonna poke holes. She buys like condoms or some shit, and she's gonna poke holes in them. So I don't trust her.
Yeah.
I'm also really behind on like a lot of old last season stuff. Like I haven't watched any of Rent a Girlfriend yet. I haven't watched Call of the Night yet.
Good
But
show.
yeah, I'm caught up on dealing with the Mikadona sisters. And
Great show right there.
what I've watched so far is my friend's sister has it out for me. I
Mm,
think the MC. I think you're a hypocrite because Kai has a strong hatred towards the main girl in Can a Boy Friendship Girl Friendship Survive when she's always in the right and he just like despises her when she's always in the right. When the main girl in my friend sister has it out for me, she's literally the same exact character
they're not the
but
same
worse.
whatsoever. No, no,
They're
they're
completely
not.
the
They're
same.
not the same. Can you tell me how they're? Please explain to me how they're similar.
They're completely the same. But also the other two I've watched are the inexpressive Kawashiata and the
Yeah,
expressive Hoda.
Gashiwada.
I love it.
Yeah,
It
I know.
really.
Yeah.
You know what I did right after it? I watched a bunch of
What?
teasing Master Takagi edits.
Because it's a great that's a great show, and like the Kashiwada anime. The manga actually they just started updating the chapters again. It's completed, but the translators haven't like finished translating it, so they're on like episode or chapter like 80 something, probably 87 or something like that. But it's pretty good. Yeah,
And then
I mean, I'm a fan.
the final thing I've watched is Awkward Senpai. I might drop it.
Might drop it. Why?
It's kind of boring.
Mm, fair. That's fair.
And then I have on deck obviously My Hero and Spy Family, and I have on deck Chan Wants to Have a Family.
Oh, I like that one, but that's that's like a calm slice of life.
But yeah, that's all the animes I've watched. I liked 2 out of the 3 I watched. So yeah, shall we get
Pretty
on
good.
to our
Pretty good.
first topic?
Yeah, we can move into the first topic.
You can introduce it. You picked all the topics today, besides the
All
last one.
right, so let's start off with our first topic. I'm scrolling up to it right now because I just see Seth's face just blinking at me. The Sora 2 takeover. So as we all know, we've all seen all these AI videos just appear out of nowhere one day, a few days ago, and they're way better than they were the first time Sora 1 dropped. And immediately, I remember one of the first videos I saw was Mihawk in a McDonald's outfit talking about how he's a fraud.
Okay.
I also, yeah.
Here's the thing. I would just like I just want to quickly talk about the ethics of AI. I'm completely against like AI being like used in
Oh,
like a
absolutely.
workplace
Yeah.
and replacing like actual workers. But
Yeah.
like the shit people are doing on TikTok is so funny. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Just like what you said, the Mihawk in the fucking. Or you
I
keep
was
going, but I got
I was
something to
scrolling
say.
today. I completely agree with you. I don't like I'm not for AI. Like it's just weird. It's really weird. I mean like
I just wanted to get that out the way first.
yeah, no, like it's just really strange. I'm not a fan. Um I don't really support it. I'm not gonna use Sora 2 to like make videos. Like
I wanted to
so
just for this podcast, just to troll you, but you need a code, and I didn't have a
yeah, you need
code.
like get like an access code or some like bullshit.
I
Like
should
nah,
have
bro.
asked
Like
my friend who has one to like make it for me, but I'm like, nah, It was also like the day all like the copyrighted stuff happened, and I wanted to do something
Yeah.
really funny.
But I was gonna speak about copyright, but we can talk about it later. What else have I seen? I saw today a video of Naruto. I opened up that app. I see Naruto on his knees saying he's a fraud, and Luffy's looking down at him, talking about, "I only needed Gear 2 to beat you up, Naruto. Don't ever do some shit like that again." And I'm like, "All right, we're not gonna do this. Like, we cannot be serious." And then
Dude, it is just fueling agendas, and it's so funny. Have you
I've
have you seen the
seen
JJK ones of like what's his name?
Megami.
Megumi, where it's like
Yes.
calling on him, he's like, Maharaga, help me! Those ones are so
I
funny.
saw one. He's like in a classroom, like looking out the window, and then he's walking outside after school, and then like a grade 8 curse appears or something. He just runs back in like fear, and then it's
Maharaga.
like like the agendas that people were pushing with the first like week of this,
Especially
crazy.
the One Piece one. Dude, the One Piece ones are up to date too, and it's so funny. Like, there was like a chapter that dropped 2 weeks ago, and in it, it had like Whitebeard like running away from Garp. Cause like it's like we're in the middle of like a war in the
Yeah,
past, and like Garp pulls up, and like he's like, "All right, pirates, I'm gonna fuck you guys up," and then Kaido, Big Mom, and Whitebeard just start like running from like Garp, and it's like the most funny panel ever. Every the like since the AI came out, every TikTok I've seen is just of Whitebeard just running. Like he's like, "I'm a fraud," and he's like running away from Garp.
yeah. I've seen like a lot of anime ones, but now I'm starting to get that transition to like dark humor stuff,
Oh my
like
god, the original ones.
Like I was watching, I was scrolling today, and I saw like MLK and Kobe Bryant playing basketball, and they were talking about, and Kobe was talking trash, talking about like boy, that suit's so tight, like I'm finna like cut you up or some shit like that, and I'm just like, all right, what are we doing? Like I saw like someone put a I forgot that one guy, that one like popular guy that makes up all these like big chains for rappers, but he was putting a chain on MLK and he's like, "Yeah, this is what I died for." I'm like, "Okay, what are
That's
we
when it gets
doing?"
too far. When it's like not real people, it's funny. But when the second we start getting like real people in there, especially like dead people, it's like starts getting like,
Yeah, like I seen Rosa Parks stuff, not to mention all the like the George Floyd and then like Charlie Kirk stuff. Like
literally recently, you know the actor Robin Williams,
um the dude or the woman?
that the guy, the actor,
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
he
That
put
sounds familiar though.
he's like a very famous actor. He's like he died like due to like mental health, like
Yeah.
like a few years back. Well, not a few years. It was probably like more than 10, but like people are like making AIs of like him just saying crazy shit and then like sending it to his daughter apparently because like
Oh,
his daughter recently came out. I don't know what they were sending to her, but I just like read an article recently of like the daughter coming out like complaining and saying, "Could you guys like stop making AI of like my father? It's like getting on my
yeah.
nerves." And then there was like recently at a convention, there was like a fully AI version of like Stan Lee, who was like walking up to like guests and like talking to them,
Yeah.
like during the or not walking, like fans could walk up to him and ask him like any question, and like shit like that is just like weird. But then like we have AIs like this.
I'm finished. Understood, sir. Holding position until your order. That boy Zoro can cut magma now, huh? I better keep my ass in this office or I'm finished!
I love that shit. Just agenda piece.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Especially with the copyright stuff, I thought it was pretty interesting to see how companies would react to like their works being tarnished, all on Mario and Nintendo too, like um all that stuff.
No, because
But
it is crazy. Like that South Park one, like at least like the One Piece ones, you could tell they're fake. But that
yeah.
South Park one, like legit looked like it came out of a South Park
Yes,
episode.
that South Park one with Demon Slayer, and there's also the other one I
The
saw. I
one
forgot
with
what it
like
was though.
Goku, like where it's like the kids and they're like sitting in the street and like Goku pulls up. Have you seen
No,
that
I
one?
didn't see that one. No.
Here's the thing. I'm against AI being like I said. Here's my one exception to AI being used. If they make an entire South Park episode on that AI, That would be hilarious.
Yeah, like some of the ideas, like
but just one episode on that AI, or
yeah,
like one scene, because like
yeah.
they explore AI a lot in South Park. There was like an episode where it's like AI giving people an advice, and then there was like an episode where the whole joke was like AI wrote the ending to the episode.
I don't know. It's really weird. I'm not a fan. Yeah, gotta go.
I'm only a
Pretty much
fan if
just
it supports my agendas.
in my marketing class, we were talking about it, and like yesterday, we were showing off. The teacher was showing off like some like videos. He was showing off XQC reacting to videos of himself. They're like, and like it's just like so strange. I've seen some like Jake Paul, some crazy Jake Paul ones, where he's just like, I don't even know what
That's
he's
when it's like
doing.
fucked up, because then you're like creating fake stuff of like people, like, and you can easily get them canceled, like doing stuff like that too. It's like crazy. That's another thing I don't support with AI.
Yeah, it's I don't really know. I'm just not a fan, man. It's just
I do have a
not it.
question for you though.
Okay.
Have you seen like the Jinxie Clash Royale AI videos?
No, I have
Those
not.
ones are also funny.
Like some of them be funny, but like it just doesn't justify like the amount of like things people could do with it. And when it comes to like
Yep.
people using AI to like in like marketing and stuff like that, or like for a business, it just doesn't like I'm not gonna think of you in a more positive light because you're doing that. If you're like, oh, this entire thing was powered by AI, like, okay,
That's actually
like, is
really
that supposed to be like a really good thing for me?
that just means like more people losing jobs.
Yeah, like especially with the whole like last year, how there's a lot of controversy over the AI and the Ghibli, and how like
I
all these
forgot
AI
all
people,
about that.
yeah, they were trying to like they were using the Ghibli art style to like recreate stuff, and it was like coming out really horribly. I don't even. I'm not gonna even click on what you just sent me, but
Yeah,
I have seen
that's what
some
I'm
Clash
talking about.
Royale
Like the
stuff.
Jinxie Clash Royale, where it's like Jinxie is walking through the village and he sees the Hog Rider's mighty log. So they go to the cabin and he squirts purple liquid all over him. That's just hilarious.
Yeah, nah, it's just like at some point we have to draw a line somewhere. Like this is ridiculous. Like, why am I seeing? Well, I don't know what he just spit out on Jinxie
The
in this
purple
clip.
elixir.
That's just yeah, nah, that's just not it. Absolutely not. Just really exotic stuff going on. Um, and it's only gonna get worse here. So it's only gonna get worse from here, or like better for them, obviously. But there has to be a line drawn somewhere with like copyrighted stuff, um, and using stuff. But like people can continue to bypass that, right? Like I do know they like introduced some feature where it's like you can't like use certain phrases that are like copyrighted or stuff like that, like or use certain prompts that contain a copyrighted thing. But like it'd be, I imagine it'd be pretty easy to get around that. Cause like if I instead of saying Mario, I could just say, all right, write
Italian
this
plumber.
Italian plumber with the M on his head and a red cap and a blue
You
overalls.
write Marvin.
Um, yeah, name Marvin. That stands for Marvin. You
That's
know,
it. Yeah, stands for Marvin.
yeah, and have that guy go crack Princess Peach. Like they're gonna do it. Like it's just too much power. Too much power is contained in like the average human's hands, and the average human, from what I've seen, is not using this in a positive way at all, at all.
Jinxie cracking Clash Royale.
Um, but with that, you have anything else to say, Seth, or should we move on to the next app?
No, I like I said, I don't support AI. I think it's hilarious that people are using it to push agendas. That's the only thing I like about the AI.
Yep. I peeped the hat, by the way. The Snoopy. I still have
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I still
I was
from
deciding to
Cole's.
switch it up. All right.
But
So
our next, yeah,
next up, I didn't. Are we combining the next two? Because like technically,
there we can.
yeah. All
All
right.
right,
So
you want to introduce it? Yeah, you got it.
I'll introduce it. We're basically going to be talking about upcoming video games we're excited for. Kai, would you like to start?
Yep. Yeah, I'll start. So first thing, obviously, yesterday Nintendo posted this like 4-minute clip of
That
like
baby.
Yeah, like babies and stuff like
But I'm
that.
just a
And
baby. Baby.
it's and they said the title was Close to You. And there was like this babysitter playing babies, and in the background there are like invisible small creatures moving around.
It's Pikmin.
They are Pikmin, but
They like re-edited the thing to have Pikmin.
yeah, I know. I was gonna say yeah. At first, the average, or I would say, like so many people did not recognize like anything about. No, they don't know anything about Pikmin. So like people were like, "What is this? Like, what is this supposed to be?" It's pretty clear it was Pikmin because they're like tiny things, like moving small objects, and the sound, the music too was also like Pikmin themed. But they had to re-edit the same video to introduce and put in the Pikmin, so people actually knew what it was, which I find that really interesting. Like I thought it was pretty obvious it was Pikmin, but I guess not.
I didn't watch the initial video. I just saw like people posting, why the hell did they post like a baby? And I'm like, okay, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna watch that.
it's a pretty interesting way to introduce, I guess, the new Pikmin. I mean, look at the Twitter post right now. It's 40K likes, 15 million views, 2,000 comments, 8,000 reposts. Like it got a lot of traction. Uh, and half of it was just like, "What is this?" And then some people were like, "It's Pikmin." So that's I guess one game that's coming out. Nintendo revealed early, and
Speaking of Nintendo, real quick, 4
yeah,
hours ago, a Donkey Kong movie is reportedly in the works at Universal, sourced via
did
Daniel RPK, who's
yep, I
like a
did see
big
that on
streamer.
Twitter,
I just saw it now.
which is interesting because I guess that's where we got Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong was in
I
the
don't know,
Mario movie.
but he was, yeah, but he just wasn't like prominent whatsoever.
I love Diddy. Speaking of Diddy, we should get a Diddy Kong game. Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, that's what you said. Oof, yeah.
Wait,
I thought you were talking about the real.
just for the Pikmin, would that be like Pikmin 4 or 5? It's 5,
That'd
right?
be 5. Yeah, 4
Okay.
came out like 2 years ago. Uh, I played the one on the Wii U. I think that was Pikmin like 3. But yeah, it'd be Pikmin 5 or like a spin-off. But I don't know what they would do in a spin-off. But yeah.
All right. I guess
Besides like yeah,
I was gonna just speak about like 2 games I'm excited for.
yeah. Go ahead.
The first one, Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, or whatever it's called. Can't wait for that game. I'm
Yeah,
so excited for the new Tomodachi Life game. I'm probably gonna stream it too because I love Tomodachi Life. It's like one of my favorite games ever. So excited to play it. You're gonna be in
I
the
actually
game.
forgot that was coming out. I forgot that was like coming out, dude. I can't believe they ended off of a Nintendo Direct with Tomodachi Life.
Like it's a big game. Everybody loves Tomodachi Life.
I don't know. I don't know anyone but you that plays that game. I'm be so real.
Because
Like,
the game, there hasn't been a new game in like over 10 years. Like, who would be playing?
yeah, I
But
still know
like,
people that use their 3DS. So I have my 3DS right here.
yeah, but like realistically, like nobody's going around being like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing this 10-year-old game, Tomodachi Life."
Keep the Xerneas and Yveltal.
You should watch
Yeah,
some like Tomodachi Life YouTube videos. I can put some recommendations for you.
I'm so good. Like, didn't they have like that Me Plaza thing or Miiverse on the Switch?
They had Miitopia,
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Miitopia.
but it
Yeah.
wasn't like a sequel. It was just a full remake of the game. So it wasn't the most interesting thing that came out of it was the Mii Maker. So like obviously like.
Pokemon Platinum. You know.
That's where
No.
like the new Mii Maker was introduced. So that was like the only
Yeah.
like impactful thing from that game. Like nobody really talks about the game because it's just a remake, but with like a more
Yeah.
upgraded Mii Maker. I loved that game. That game was so fun to play. It's not.
I'm
like
glad I
a,
didn't
it's
get
not
that
a
as a
good
kid.
it's not a good RPG, but it's like a fun one to like sit for, especially like with
They
the
had
Mii
that
Maker.
RPG thing on the Wii, right? The free one. It was like you use the faces and then you like I forgot
I think
what
I
you
know what
did in
you're
that
talking
game.
about.
Yeah, I don't remember like it was like someone was like you took a picture of someone and they were trapped in like a dungeon and you had to like fight monsters
Wasn't
with
that
your
on the
Mii's.
DS?
Yeah, it was on the DS, yeah. I remember doing that. I don't remember what game that was or what it was, but yeah.
Oh, and the moving on, the other game I'm really excited for is Holy Horror Mansion.
Is that?
It's basically Yokai Watch 5.
Oh, okay. Wait, when was this revealed?
I think a year ago from today, honestly. This is how
I feel
we
like I
knew we
like.
were getting a Switch 2 because when they announced the game, they're like Nintendo's next console. Like they didn't say the
Oh
Switch.
yes, I remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
I love Yokai Watch. There hasn't been a new game in like years, and they won't release Yokai Watch 4 in America, which pisses me off because I really wanted to play that game. Because
Didn't they have like 3DS games?
Yeah, they had the first 3 on the 3DS. I never got to play 3 because 3 like released for like a fucking month and then the DS died. But at that point my DS was like long broken, so I couldn't even play 3.
Yeah.
But honestly, like 3 didn't look that interesting to me anyways. I didn't like from like because I had like seen gameplay from the Japanese version like years before 3 came out in America, and I honestly didn't like the story. I thought it was like a stupid plot anyways. But 4 actually looked like really fun, and they switched up the battle style,
Yeah.
introduced like time skip elements. But also makes sense they didn't release 4 in America specifically because like a lot of the game's like plot revolves around you going out to see the Yokai Watch movies. Like they introduce all the characters, but like for you to like know like besides like fucking Nate, Katie, and Haley Ann or whatever her name was, all the characters in that game were like introduced via Yokai Watch movies.
No, I know that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how big Yokai Watch is. I just never liked it because I was like,
It
this is like rip off Pokemon. So I
it's
just really
kind of
never.
in Japan it was like actually like it was bigger than Pokemon for a while in Japan. That's why like the Sun and Moon anime people hate it because like they switched up from like the serious like XY to Sun and Moon. Well, like the
Yeah.
main like thing they reason they switched it up was like to fit like Yokai Watch wanting to like turning like monster capturing franchises into like a more comedic style.
Yeah.
The games are really good though. Like the anime is like ass, especially like or certain seasons of the anime were ass. Like I've only ever watched the first 3 dub seasons, but apparently like the time skip season was really good, and like Y Academy was pretty decent, but I've never watched those.
Okay. Is this still like coming out like now?
The anime, no. I think
Okay.
they do reruns because I remember when I was watching like Pokemon like live when they were coming out, they would
Yeah.
have like ads for Yokai Watch episodes. But I don't know if they were like newer reruns.
So it's like Digimon with like a different protagonist like every season, or it's the same guy,
No,
same
it's
like.
the same guy for most of the show. They only ever switch protagonists for like when they like fully rebooted the series for like Shadow Side, but that was only like
Yeah.
a season, and then I think that's it. When they did Y Academy. I can do a quick Google search. Yeah, basically, there's like 214 episodes of Nate. They introduce like another girl called like Haley Ann, and then
Yeah.
they do Yokai Watch Shadow Side, which is like a spin off of Nate's daughter, and then it's like Y Academy after, I think, which is like just like all the yokai become human. It's like weird. But yeah, that's the 2 games I'm most excited for. Two,
See, let me see mine.
I have
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
No, yeah, you could keep going.
I was gonna say
Finish what
I
you were
have
saying.
2 games that I hope come out soon. I
Which
really
are?
want. I want to see a sequel to the new Nicktoons game, and actually, I have another game I'm excited for. I really want to play.
Lego Batman.
I forgot all about that. Lego Batman is definitely on that list, but after
Yeah.
that, the new My Hero game looks like fun.
Oh, I did see some stuff about that. Yeah.
All's Justice. I do want to play that. But yeah.
Remember when the first one like came out though, the One's Justice or what even I don't remember what it's called,
It
but
is One Justice, but the new one's called like
okay.
All's Justice because like basically every character is playable.
Yeah. Let's see. So video games. Kingdom Hearts 4. Still waiting on some. Still waiting on some news for that.
I remember when like all the Uzora shit came out, like that's gonna be Kingdom Hearts 4 is gonna be about.
Yeah. Um, I think we were supposed to get something about it. Actually, no. Last thing update we got, they randomly posted like 4 screenshots of like gameplay, and they said like we're still working on this. By the way, it's like basically like it's
Gonna
alive. Like
it's gonna come out in like 10 years, but like in between
yeah,
we're gonna get like 5 like mobile games called like Kingdom Hearts Tales from like the other side or some shit like
no.
that.
And they also canceled a mobile game earlier this year. I think that was the last like time we got an update. But that is something I'll continue looking forward to as I keep playing games. Currently, I'm on Kingdom Hearts 2, but I haven't played that in like a while. Um, what else? The Persona 4 revival. I'm currently playing Persona 4 Golden, so I don't think I'm gonna buy it because like I just bought Golden earlier this year. I'm not gonna buy a remake of that same game next year. So I'll probably skip out on that. If it's, I don't say it has something like drastically different to make the game like like extra segment. Obviously ZA, Gen 10.
Well, yeah, ZA,
That
but that comes out like next week.
that
So.
comes out next week. That's a given. I gotta think. Uh, there was the Sonic director. Like, he said something about the
That
next Sonic game.
that shadow thing you sent me. I know that's
No,
not. I know that's not the
that's
next
yeah,
Sonic game because I've like read like leaks of what the next Sonic game is.
yeah.
But like that shadow thing you sent today was like interesting about it
Yeah,
being
they
like
sent a they filed a new Sega filed a new trademark for Shadow the Hedgehog. It's unclear what project it's tied to,
it
but we'll
might be a
find out
movie.
soon. That's what I was thinking. I think it would be a movie or like a show.
I don't think they should do a show because like look what happened with Knuckles.
If
I
they're
think
trademarking it right now,
Knuckles is a
like
funny show if you separate it from the Sonic movies. But
yeah,
like once you put it in with the Sonic movies, why the fuck am I watching Wade Whipple
yeah,
for
it's
4
just like
episodes?
yeah. I think it'd be interesting if they did like a animated show, but I highly doubt that would be the case.
I would
I
love
mean, like
like a new Sonic X style show
no, I agree. That'd be like so fire.
where like
I
you
mean,
go
Sonic X,
over like the different games with like different arcs,
yeah.
and that's how you like slowly introduce your cast. Like that would be like interesting.
Because I mean, Sonic X, like it was pretty well received. That's why they changed voice actors to like the four kids cast after Sonic X like finished airing because people like liked their voices and stuff like that. And then Sonic Boom like ruined things. And then Prime was like, I'm not a Sonic Prime kind of guy. I like season one though. But yeah,
The Mickey
Sonic Prime. I'm not a
Mouse
Sonic Prime.
Clubhouse, come inside.
Yeah.
I love how the new Mickey Mouse show is like the exact same animation style.
Mickey Mouse. But they did say something about the Sonic game, next Sonic game being something that's gonna like completely shock us, or essentially something like that.
Sonic has
So,
sex. I wouldn't get. I
so
would
we're
get. I wouldn't give it to Ian Flynn.
so we're definitely looking forward to the next Sonic game. I hope it's not Frontiers 2, because like I like Frontiers, but like I want something closer to like what I love about Sonic, which is
The
like
murder of Sonic the Hedgehog too.
you know what? Fuck it. Except that game's like really short, but
But
like
we put Cream and Charmy, and that's the only difference.
I mean SPO was in that game.
I know, and SPO was like a main character, and I love SPO.
If we get I want more playable characters besides Sonic and Shadow.
Then I would buy a game like that if I could play as SPO.
Because like you could play as SPO and Sonic Heroes.
And that's it.
If they redid a team feature, because now they have like Silver and Blaze, they have Team Rose, obviously Team Dark, Team Sonic, Vector Cream, Vector Cheat, Vector Charmy, and SPO. Right? They have like things they could do with that. I don't really know how that be well received. How well received that be though, but I definitely want to see more playable. Yeah.
I was like bored, so I was like thinking of this the other day. Imagine like a Mario and like Sonic crossover game in the style of like the Mario Luigi games.
Oh yes. Like they
That
had a
would
it was a fan made game like that. Yeah.
I've never played that game, but I just thought it'd
I
be
didn't
so
get to play
sick.
either,
Cause that's on
but
like
I
that's
was
how you can have like all these characters in it.
yeah like an RPG. Sonic did have RPG.
I know.
Yeah, but that was on the DS.
Cause I feel like there's like a cool like story to go with that.
Yeah,
Because look at like
I
Super
like
Mario Z, but like just imagine that, but like they didn't kill any of the freaking Sonic characters besides Sonic
yeah
and Shadow.
yeah.
What characters do you think would even be playable? Because I thought of like 21 that would like be playable. Realistically, it should
In
be like 18, but I added like 4 extras that I wanted.
a Sonic RPG,
Yeah, and like a Sonic Mario RPG.
Sonic and Mario. Okay, look at name off right now. Obviously, let's make the list in the Discord. Obviously, we have
I have a
Mario.
list like fully prepared.
All right, I'm gonna make my list and say it out loud, and then we can compare our list after. Obviously Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy. Nah, we'll go Yoshi, Rosalina for sure.
If you didn't have a limit, would you put Daisy?
What is my limit? 21?
I picked 21, but if you want to do a limit of 20,
Okay, I'll do a limit of 20. Yeah. But if I didn't have a limit, would I put Daisy? I don't really know. Like I don't care for Daisy
because
whatsoever.
I didn't
I
really
just
have a limit, so I just put Daisy.
yeah.
My only thing is I tried to make Sonic and like Mario equal, but like
Yeah, I'm doing that right
realistically,
now.
I added like an extra character for Mario that shouldn't realistically be there. So, but like I just added it out of complete bias.
All right, I have 9 right now. I have Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Rosalina, Bowser, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Toad. And then either I go Bowser Jr. or uh, who else is like a Mario character people care about?
That's
Or
actually
who's it?
really interesting that you put Bowser and Junior because
Bowser and not Jr.?
No, Bowser and Junior instead of making
Yeah.
them just bosses.
No, I think you should put at least one of them in the game.
I feel like
As
that's what
their,
you would do for a sequel because
so I think like
they did that with
yeah.
Mario and Rabbids because like they saved like Bowser to be like a playable character in the sequel.
Yeah, I mean, I think having at least like one or two villain characters that you can like add on the team that they have to like that they're forced to work with makes it interesting. Um,
Well, wait,
that's why I have
so
like
who have you said so far? Mario, Luigi, Peach, DK, Diddy, Rosalina,
yeah,
Bowser Jr., and
Yo-
then who were the other two?
Yoshi and Toad.
Yoshi, Toad. Okay. Do you want me to share my
Um,
Mario before you go to your Sonic?
yeah, wait, let me get one more in
Oh yeah, yeah.
on one more Mario in. Um, I think those are all the Mario characters in Smash besides like Dr. Mario and like Bowser Jr. So maybe I go. Do I go Bowser Jr.? I'll go. Is Is there any like new Mario characters that people like?
The flower.
Yeah, yeah, fuck that guy. I turned those fires off immediately. Absolutely
Favorite Mario
not.
character.
Cappy. I mean, at least people like Cappy a little bit.
Cappy's dead. Guigi.
Oh wait, I forgot about Wario and Waluigi. We'll go Waluigi. Yeah, Waluigi. Yeah.
Over Wario.
Over Wario. Wait, maybe I get rid of Toad. But Toad's in Mario. No, I'm putting. I need both. Oh yeah, I need both.
You
Don't
could
I?
also put Toadette.
No, fuck Toadette. I thought about that though.
Or Nabbit, everyone's favorite playable Mario character.
If I was gonna put in I'd probably put in Captain Toad. So okay, this is the new list. I'm taking out Toad. I'll do Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Rosalina, Bowser, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Wario, and Waluigi. So we have like one main villain, like two like kind of villains with Wario and Waluigi, and then the 7 good guys.
Yeah, you could do your Sonic first because I want to send you what I made.
Okay.
And then
So now Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow. Those are obviously given. Those are non-negotiable. Those 5. They're gonna be in the movies. So now it's just 5 more villains, or not 5 more characters, not villains. Sorry. Am I going anyone like SPO, Charmy, or Vector? No. I think they can sit out. If I only have 10 spots, I don't know if I even bother. I'm going Silver and Blaze because I think they're really interesting characters to actually like have an RPG, especially like Silver telekinesis, Blaze, like she has the soul emeralds, so that's 7. And now I'll go Metal Sonic instead of Eggman. Eggman obviously is going to be a boss. Um, I'll go Metal Sonic as a playable character. Um, he has interesting dynamics with the rest of them. Especially like with Neo. Actually, we can use Neo Metal as a boss.
You know what
Maybe
I
I do
thought
go
of instead
Eggman.
of Neo Metal?
What?
Megasonic as a boss.
Wait, we can use Neo Metal as a boss.
I,
All
I
right,
want to
okay.
I want to say with mine, there's a few characters I didn't make playable because I came up with like a support system. Like you know how
Yeah,
like Kingdom Hearts has like the support.
yeah. Like
I,
you could throw it out. Yeah.
I just want to spoil it now. Pauline is one of them, and I came up with like a really cool where Pauline is a support, but only for DK, and that's how you get Kong Bonanza, and that just powers up all of DK's like attacks
Oh,
and
so
stuff.
like it's a child Pauline. Okay.
No, it's the adult Pauline, but like
Oh, okay.
still like she just like sings the Bonanza songs,
Yeah.
and then like that gives
Um.
DK all of his abilities. Because like you can easily do like a base DK without all of that, and then like Pauline as like a support that like adds onto it.
Yeah.
So you said the main five Sonic characters.
That
You
have to
said
be in there. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow,
yeah, and then you said Silver Blaze,
and Metal Sonic as of
Metal
now.
Sonic,
But
and then you have two more. So
I'm low-key thinking about getting rid of Metal Sonic and putting in Eggman because like Eggman's more versatile, but like
but
you're
like
not
you
gonna
could
keep
also put
having
in
Eggman
everyone's
in.
favorite Sonic villains, Zags and Zavok.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yes, no, I did think about that for a brief second. Absolutely not. Nobody cares about the seven the Deadly Six. So, yeah, I don't care about them. Absolutely not. They could be villains in in the thing. Um, yeah. So I'm putting Eggman in instead of if we're gonna have Bowser in, I might as well have to put Eggman in too. So as a playable character.
So you have like one more
Um,
spot.
no, I have two more. So I'm getting rid of Metal Sonic.
You're getting rid of Metal Sonic and putting in.
So now I have two spots. Now someone would say like go Rouge and Omega. I'm not going both of them. If I'm going one, it'd be Rouge. So if I go Rouge, then I have to go big, and I have to go Big the Cat. But what? I'm going Big the Cat. Yeah, it's gonna have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
Solid roster.
yeah.
Here's mine. I'm gonna go over it.
Okay.
So for Mario reps, like I said, I had one extra Mario rep solely off bias, and that was Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
But my Mario reps were Mario, Captain Toad, Peach, Diddy, DK, Luigi, Daisy, Yoshi, Wario, Waluigi, and Rosalina,
Yeah.
which I thought was a pretty solid like choice. And then my Sonic reps: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Rouge, Vector, SBO, Silver Blaze. But then I was like trying to think of like an 11th if I just to try to make it even. I wanted the Whisper, or is that her name?
Yeah. Tangle and Whisper. Yeah.
I wanted the one with the gun.
Yeah, that's Whisper. That's a blind one,
I
I believe.
wanted I
Or like,
wanted the I
yeah,
wanted
yeah,
the gun girl if I were to give an extra one. But realistically, I would
yeah,
just remove Diddy over putting Whisper.
yeah. Um,
So basically, we have the same roster, but like you switched out like one or two characters and added some villains.
yeah. I mean, I like having if you were gonna put Vector and SPO, I can see that because SPO
I
is
put
spy, and
I just didn't put Charmy or Cream. I don't.
yeah,
I see
because
them more as like support characters and like
like
major.
the cream, like cream and cheese, and then Charmy's is there. I like SPO. The SPO as a character needs more light. He's a pretty
No,
cool
here's my
guy.
thing with I just thought like specifically like for Sonic characters, like besides like the main five, who would just have the most interesting playstyles, and I immediately thought of like SBO and Silver
Yeah,
because of like
absolutely.
SBO's ninja shit,
Yeah,
and then I added Rouge because I like Rouge. That's the same
yeah,
reason why I added Diddy Kong because I thought it would be like really interesting to have like a Mario character with like guns and range type attacks.
yep. No, I agree. I think yours is pretty solid. I mean, I just think like having a villain as a playable character makes it so it's not repetitive with the villain. So you can get more diverse roster of villains
Well, I just
that are like
assumed like
one-time
you're
fights.
getting every Sonic villain and every Mario villain as like a boss for a level
I was thinking like
because it gives you because like realistically you can like you can then you have like a Bowser fight like you
Yeah.
could have like a Bowser fight at the beginning of the game, like a beefed up Bowser fight later on, and then like a dry Bowser fight. And then you also have like an
Yeah.
Eggman fight. But then like say like there's like a DK stage, that's when you fight K. Rool. A Galaxy stage is where you can fight like one of the Koopalings or like one of the robots.
I was thinking
Or
of this like
the Deadly
it's
Six.
like a dungeon themed, right? Like kind of like Persona and like Persona 3, how like there's a dungeon. It's like overall, it's Tartarus is 100 floors, and as you climb the tower, like every so floors, you'll find a boss floor where you're finding like a main villain, and on each floor there's like mobs and stuff like that. So like I'm not thinking like every single villain, but we have main ones from different eras from both of them crossing over, and they have to like you're recruiting allies along the way, kind of like a Final Fantasy like 7 type of system where like you have an initial roster of like Mario, Luigi, Sonic, Tails that cross over somehow. Then as you're like progressing through the stages, you encounter more characters. You could add them potentially. You could just leave them off the team completely. And then like as you build a roster, like to get Shadow, you have to fight Black Doom. Um, to get Donkey Kong, you have to
Fight K. Rool.
yeah
Here's how I thought of mine. I thought of mine as like a system where it's like you get certain characters. Like this is how I pictured it. Like the first level was like a regular Bowser invasion. That's when you like, and it's like a 4-person teams basically.
yeah
And that's like you start with like Mario, Captain Toad, Luigi, and Yoshi. But then like you lose like Luigi and Yoshi for a bit, and then like that's when you get like Sonic, and then like one other character, probably Tails, and then like you go on, you recruit more people, and then like I always pictured it as like okay, like a beginning of a level, you get like a character like say a DK level, you get at the beginning of it Diddy Kong, and then you end it by getting Donkey Kong, or like we have a
yeah
space level. This was like the peak level I thought of a Mario Galaxy slash Space Colony arc level where Rosalina basically like her galaxy gets invaded by like the Space Colony arc,
yeah
and like it's like this whole like story about like a whole separate like basically like story about like the Black Doom manipulating Shadow by like saying like oh Gerald and Maria are still alive in this universe and they're on the Space Colony arc, and then like you fight Shadow once or twice, and Rosalina joins you, and then the level ends with like Black Doom possessing the Bile Wizard or some shit, and then you fight that.
yeah.
I thought that would be like a sick boss fight, and then that's when Shadow joins your team.
See, I think it'd be interesting if we like you know how Sonic Adventure 2, it's like pick Team Dark or T Sonic and Team Dark, and like you have different stories from there. So like we would do that, but with crossovers
Oh,
between
I
the
get you.
characters, right? So like we're not just seeing it from like the beginning where Mario and Sonic meet. Now we're also seeing like Shadow off on a side quest with like Donkey Kong or some or like
My
Wario
my
and
thing
or
is like
Luigi.
I just feel like that like limits like certain play styles. Cause like say like okay, it's a Knuckles, Donkey Kong, Bowser, and like Eggman team up. Like you're only seeing
Yeah,
them team up and interacting. I think it's more interesting if we get like you slowly build up a roster and like then you get more and more characters interacting and like more and more like custom abilities with like your teams.
yeah. But I think it'd be interesting though if it's like it's a side quest system where like they do once they converge with the main like characters, that's when like their story
Oh,
ends.
like it's a
But
side
yeah,
quest.
yeah, it's not like
Oh
the
yeah, I get
entire
you now.
story because like once they cross over, like yeah, you could just have whole Shadow team join up with Sonic team, and then
That's
like
what you do
you
for the
mix from there.
DLC though. You get like
You know,
extra.
like yeah, like you see what happened before they just encountered Shadow in this random place, and they encountered Daisy in this random place. Like, nah, like Silver and Blaze were out there with like
Daisy getting freaky
Yoshi
with
and
Luigi.
Yoshi and Yoshi and Toad, just like fighting like should I even know?
The Black Doom.
Fighting King Boo.
No,
Uh,
that's what you would do at Luigi's Mansion level.
you're right, but would he start off with Luigi? or would we just have other characters end up in
It
Luigi's
depends.
Mansion?
It depends. I feel like it's like I feel like a really like interesting story would be you start with Luigi, lose Luigi early on, and then just find him in the mansion.
Find him in the mansion with Espio and Vector. Boom.
And no, Espio, Vector, and Rouge. And Rouge keeps
I
flirting
mean,
with Luigi.
okay. I don't. Okay. Oh yeah, Smash 6. Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
should
That's a.
skip this at that point because we just did like a whole 20-minute. We can save it for next week.
Yeah. You can say that.
Because like realistically, I feel like we're already like almost an hour in.
Yeah. I was gonna ask about that. Yeah, how far are we in? Should do
We're
like.
exactly at 55.
All right, the last two.
The last like the power scaling and the fan service. I feel like we still definitely should do. But like
Okay,
Smash
let's do
6
it.
could easily be like changed.
Yeah.
Whenever.
All right, so let's start. Let's move into fan service then.
Okay.
So you want to start,
can
or I want to?
You can start
Okay.
because I have the opposite opinion of you.
Okay. So next topic is about fan service and anime, and our thoughts about fan service being anime. So I'm gonna start. I have a lot of thoughts about the inclusion of fan service anime. I think that ultimately, like, it's not needed. It, like, in some degree, it's fine. It's not like, but it definitely gets extremely excessive, extremely ridiculous, and is very redundant. But with all that being said, not once in my life have I clicked on a show and turned off that same show, even though fan service is not the main selling point of that show, because fan service is in it. For example, take a show like Fairy Tale, right? Now, yes, they do make a lot of jokes about like Lucy, and Erza is also wearing very compromising clothing at random times because she has like a whole bunch of outfits, whatever, right? But the focus of the show has not. What the fuck are you showing me, dude? What the hell? The focus of the show isn't like that
I
whatsoever.
forgot this was a bonus chapter.
It's like, so for the people out there that are like, I'm not gonna watch this show, this like shonen show because
Because
like
they show
um,
Nami's tits.
like yeah, it's definitely weird, but like I don't understand dropping the show because of that. I think that's a bit ridiculous.
They showed
Like
me titties. I'm dropping the show.
like especially like as a grown adult. Like you'd be like, all right, why would I want to see that? Like you're not here to see that. That's the thing. You're not here to see that. It's just included. And let's not act like that's just only some prominent feature in anime. Like this happens in regular TV shows all the time. Any show with any sex scene is extremely unnecessary and not needed whatsoever. But we still watch them.
Love Island.
Like,
People love
why are
Love
we?
Island.
We're consuming stuff like Love Island, and
You know what I was thinking about? Like how
what?
women would hate on like anime for like, but like a lot of romance anime is like better written than like the romance TV shows they be watching. Have you
Yep,
seen Never Have I Ever?
absolutely. And I have not watched like any
A
like
lot of romance anime I've watched is better than Never Have I Ever, and that's like that's like a girls show.
yeah like like fan service is definitely unnecessary. So are sex scenes.
It depends on the show. Like I have an example like pulled up. Look at this page of the 100 Girlfriends volume I have pulled up.
Yeah, she's wearing
A no, this has nothing to do with fan service.
yeah.
She's just a very busty character in general. This is a
Okay.
very impactful moment where she asks Rentaro to break up with her.
What did you say?
That's where it cuts off. The next chapter is it's a bonus chapter, but it's about them groping each other. All the girls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
They
yeah.
cut this in the anime, obviously, because like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just
had the
think like
example to stand by.
yeah, like now both are definitely unnecessary and they are way too. Yeah.
I have you speaking of unnecessary. Just give me 1 second. Well, all right, guys. Well, you were done with your fan service talk at that point, I think.
Yeah.
We honestly we could cut the whole fan service shit out. Cause like we lost like a lot of good conversation.
Yeah, let's move on to power scaling.
Oh, that was such a funny joke when I'm pointing at it and you're like, yes, yes.
No, because literally, yes, like that's a perfect example right there.
That's like right
Okay.
where it cut off. I think it is. Never
It's
mind. I
not
think it
Goonie, by
is
the
because it's
way.
like an hour because it cuts out like exactly an hour.
Okay. All right. So should we just move into our last segment of the
We
day?
had such a guys chat. We had such a actually. I didn't get to talk about High School DxD. Okay, fan service.
Let's redo it. Let's redo it quickly.
Basically, recapping the whole conversation, we talked about how like fan service is unnecessary in like a show like Food Wars, which I got up and like started jumping and like pointing at my poster. It was a very funny visual bit. Then I started going on like a ramble about how like it's actually acceptable in some animes, but then we started talking about pervert characters, and I used Mineta and Sanji as my examples. I basically quickly did a quick discussion about how, depending on how far the pervert goes and the type of show it is, for example, Mineta, I enjoyed Mineta personally until it got to the point where he legit started acting on his urges, and there was a scene in My Hero where he attempts to spy on all the girls, and you get a shot of all the girls naked. And then I talked about Sanji, where Sanji isn't that bad realistically. Well, until time skip, he then starts getting a little bad. But like his worst moment is when he fights Absalon and gets pissed that he has the invisibility fruit because he wants to spy on new girls. And that whole scene of Nami being like harassed in the bath, like that's like unnecessary fan service. And the whole like, I think it's unnecessary fan service. How Mobo constantly gets like ripped naked in Dandadan. Like her clothes
Yeah.
constantly get ripped off.
Yeah, I don't know why that is like needed.
And you talked about the Fire Force. I don't remember if this was
Fire Force girl.
Fire Force
No,
girl.
yeah, that was probably after. But yeah, it's the same thing. Cheryl's her clothes have to come off for like her to use her ability, whatever. Like that whole part is unnecessary. But like that's probably the main like thing in Fire Force that like is like really egregious when it comes to like fan service. But the show is still like absolutely amazing whatsoever. And she's not important enough of a character for that to like significantly like bother you, in my opinion, to the point where you're like, this show sucks. Why would you ever watch this? Like nah.
Like it doesn't really interrupt much like Food Wars does. Like we were talking about how like in Food Wars, whenever they eat the food, they have like an orgasm or something, and all their clothes get ripped off. That just like takes away from like a really good plot. Like
yeah, but then you take someone like Meliodas in Seven Deadly Sins. Wow, that guy is absolutely off his rocker. I don't know. This guy is like.
And Seven Deadly Sins, it's a heavy story anime, right?
Yeah, I mean, I stopped watching at a point because it's kind of garbage. But like, it's an action show, but it absolutely takes it way too far.
Yeah, like, and then I was talking, or we also had the discussion about like a show like Baka and Test, where you'd have like fan service, but like you also have like the pervert character taking pictures of like the girls and even guys in like compromising positions, and that's like his whole joke because he's a pervert and he's like, but like in a show like that, it fits. And same thing with like how you talked about Prison School, and I mentioned Shina Meta. The whole point of like shows like that is the fan service and gooning material.
Yeah.
I think it's time to talk about High School DxD.
Okay.
That is the most valid use of fan service in a show I've ever seen.
I did not watch the show, so I don't really have much to say, but keep going.
The main character is a pervert.
Yep.
Who's obsessed with big tits. Wait, hold on. My mom might call me in a second. But basically, later on in the show, there's a lot of like actual like lore and plot to High School DxD that gets interrupted by fan service. But I feel it's acceptable in High School DxD because the fan service is like half the plot. Like there's my favorite scene in the show is when one of my favorite characters, Kiba, is having an intense sword fight in the rain on the streets, almost gets murked, and it keeps flashing back to forth between Azia and Rias, fully nude, fighting over who gets to have a bath with Issei. And I feel like that scene perfectly describes the duality of the show. Half fan service, half really serious plot fights that get lightened up by fan service. And this is the most valid point of fan service in the show. Like beginning on in the show, like there's a lot of like fan service where like I don't really need it. Like I don't really need this until like the end of season 1, where Issei gets his like big power up, and it's revealed that his power up is solely based on women, and he
Yeah,
gets his strongest around women, and when he gets to touch women's tits,
absolutely ridiculous,
and that's
but
when he
yeah,
gets like his. That's literally because then that's how you combine fan service with the plot. Issei's most powerful attacks come from him poking Rias's nipples, and and that's where her whole nickname, the Switch Princess, comes from, because she's basically a switch onto his power by touching by him letting him touch his nipples.
yeah.
And the boob dragon emperor da 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 opie grab. Yeah. Okay.
No, I think like something like Naruto, like when they do like nosebleed sticks, where like they just get nosebleeds over like the
In a show like
image
that,
or
why?
something like that. Like that's like fine. That's not really like too big. It's not like it doesn't take up time. And like in a filler episode, obviously, it's like who cares? It's not it has nothing to do with the plot. It's not taking away from anything because it's not related to the plot and it never was. But then when you get like a show like, or like when they can also drag it out, like Master Roshi, like that's his thing way too often. Like they just going crazy. It's ridiculous, but yeah, not a fan overall. I'm like not a fan,
I'm a big
but I
fan
don't
of
think it's a
fan service.
reason. I don't think it's a valid reason to like drop a show and say that a show is bad because of it. You can not like it because of that, but saying it's bad
Rent a
because of that,
girlfriend.
like Rent a Girl. I don't even know how much fan service Rent a Girlfriend even has. So I
I
don't
have
know.
the first volume right here. There's a scene where Issei is having a gooning session, thinking about mommy getting railed from the back.
You said Rent a Girlfriend, but you said Issei, not Kazu,
Kazuya,
Kazuya, but
Kazuya,
yeah,
Kazuya.
yeah. But yeah, like later on, it's not as bad, probably. Um, but like that show is horrible, not for those
Not
reasons.
because of fan service. All right.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm so sad a lot of that discussion is gone now, because like that was such a
Uh,
good discussion. All right, power scaling. You can
or you want
start.
to go first?
No, you can
Okay.
start.
I hate power scaling.
I love power scaling.
It's absolutely so pointless.
There's one anime I hate power scaling in, and we'll discuss it.
Like when it comes to power, I don't even. Everyone has their own individual um idea of what universes are stronger than
The
other
the
universes.
Mihawk upscale.
Like certain characters just get upscaled, certain universes get downscaled, and there's no absolute way to compare whatsoever. So it's really just people blabbering out their asses, having
Well,
no
well, well,
idea.
well, well.
No,
So
no, 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 no. Yeah, yes.
let's take the Mihawk upscale for example. It said
But
Mihawk is the world's greatest swordsman, and he's also fought Shanks. Shanks is a top 5 in the verse. Realistically, Mihawk is like top 3 of that verse, because we see like people more powerful than Shanks use swords. But then, like,
okay.
take something like Demon Slayer. Mihawk is washing every single person in Demon Slayer. He's the world's strongest swordsman.
In that world, like I don't understand. Like you're like, how do you rank how strong this universe is compared to this universe?
It's
Like
very easy.
it's so arbitrary. It's just like so there's no you're not gonna convince someone to adopt your ideology
Well,
at all.
but if you think about it, Buggy is immune to Mihawk's slashes. So technically, any person who uses a sword is a Buggy victim. Think about that.
And then you could just throw out some random anime with some godlike figure that can't get touched. And then all of a sudden they're the strongest, but no, they're not actually the strongest. Because this character and this character and this
Sung Jin Woo's
character.
the strongest of solo leveling, but he gets like no diffed by Geku Moria.
Like they don't go anywhere. For example, I had a conversation I had like last week. Um, someone we were talking about like Mario and Sonic games, and somehow someone told me that like Mario would beat Sonic in a fight.
I feel like Mario would beat Sonic in a fight.
And then they brought up Death Battle, which by the
Oh
way,
yeah, fuck Death Battle. Death
Mario
Battle.
lost in Death Battle
That's so
to
stupid.
Sonic.
Death Battle
But
is so stupid.
yeah, but it's just like it's like no, I disagree. I don't see how Mario, a human, is gonna be like a hedgehog who could go really fast. But I'm not gonna have that discussion because it's not gonna go anywhere. They came out with me with a solid opinion that they were not gonna change,
Well, I have a better
and I
opinion. The superstar instantly claps Sonic.
and it's just like I could say something in back, but it's not gonna go anywhere. We could just keep bringing stuff in, then this. What if this? What if this? What if this? It's not gonna go anywhere, bro. It's not. It's not. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna.
Yeah, because everything's just gonna
No,
auto be a Gekamaria upscale.
like it's all just so pointless.
And who
Like
beat
power scaling.
Gekamaria? Luffy. And who beat Luffy? Blackbeard. And who beat Blackbeard? Magellan. And who beat
It's just
Magellan? Bon Clay. Bon Clay upscale.
and it's just like it never ends. It's really just a competition of who can yap the longest, and like I'm just not gonna say you're and partake in that at all.
That's why I love
Like
upscales.
like we can do hypotheticals within the verse. That's fine. I'm not gonna say and argue you about like if
I think Usopp could beat Goku.
or like who the strongest anime character ever is.
Yeah, it's
Um,
Bon Clay.
and it's just like, dude, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, no, please let it end, bro. Let it end, bro. Like, it's never gonna end
I love
either.
power scaling too. Dude, comic power scaling is so funny too. Cause it's literally just like how much prep time does Batman get? That's literally all comic power scaling is, prep time. Cause like if like the Hulk jumps Batman no prep time loses. Batman has like 20 minutes prep time, Batman wins. Like it's the stupidest shit ever for comics.
It never ends, bro. I can't power scale, bro. I
But
can't. I
like
really just can't
anime
do it.
power scaling is incredible. Just specifically agendas and upscaling. And like I love how people use it towards it. The freaking the fact that Zoro always beats the number 2, so he's stronger than Sanji, who only ever beats the number 3.
It's just ridiculous. It really is
But you know
ridiculous.
what power scaling is ridiculous in? Pokemon, specifically the Pokemon
Top
anime. Let's discuss it.
top three, like power scales is the top three unemployed activity, bro. Like this has got to be. But continue.
Power scaling in the Pokemon anime after Diamond and Pearl is so horrendous.
Why?
What happened at the end of Diamond and Pearl?
You're talking about like Tobias?
Yeah.
Tobias' Darkrai swept through 4 of Ash's Pokemon, and Sceptile beat it, and then Latios beat Ash's Pikachu
It
and
tied with
Sceptile.
Ash's Pikachu, actually.
Oh well, yeah, but yeah.
And then what was Ash's Pikachu's next fight?
I mean, black and white.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't he fight Snipey and lose? Yeah,
Yes.
Snipey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is what I mean about power scaling. How do you go from
Yeah.
no? Because also this is completely separate. I hate how people like glaze Sceptile for beating Darkrai. It didn't beat Darkrai. It got like an assist. I think the person who did the most damage to Darkrai was honestly Heracross, and then Sceptile just like swept in for the kill.
Okay, yeah, but like it was still a strong leaf lead, bro. We're not gonna Sceptile's still top 5, bro. I don't care.
No. This is what I mean about power scaling. Like stupid shit like that. Sceptile beats an assisted legendary. It's one of Ash's strongest Pokemon. What the fuck? Like what?
Okay,
No,
but it's
like,
not solely because of that.
like literally like after like especially after Black and White, this is when power scaling gets horrendous because like Ash is like winning fights like with no difficulty and then losing fights he shouldn't. How the fuck did he lose to
Yeah.
Cameron? Specifically Pikachu. Pikachu should have swept Cameron's whole team.
Okay, Pikachu nerf is still the stupidest thing ever.
Pikachu,
like,
no, yeah, like that's a whole separate like debate besides like
yeah,
power
that
scaling,
is a whole
the Pikachu nerf.
separate thing. You're right. Yeah.
There's like other examples I want to talk about because like it's literally just like there's a lot of examples where it's like this Pokemon fights this Pokemon, does really good. That Pokemon fights another like really powerful Pokemon, sweeps. This is my main example is the Master 8. This is like my
Yeah.
main like Black and like X and Y power scaling isn't that bad. Same thing with Sun and Moon. I feel like power scaling. Those are like the two like most like easily scaled like power scaling series.
Yeah.
Besides Pikachu, Pikachu always like makes like it. And this is what annoys me. I had a
Charizard
debate.
losing to Greninja. I mean, Charizard being Greninja is
Charizard beat Greninja.
still the stupidest thing
Gets
ever.
wiped by a non gimmicked Charizard right after, like realistically, probably like a year after canon wise.
Just so stupid. So dumb.
Greninja holds its own against a champion's ace. That champion's entire team gets wiped by a Rillaboom.
And then Ash beat that Rillaboom.
And with Dracovish, a Pokemon that has had 2 battles.
Exactly. Like, and we know Dracovish isn't that strong.
Well, to be fair, Surfetch did put in some work for that fight.
Yeah.
But Dracovish is the one who carried it. Dracovish is the reason it won that fight.
And then Leon's Cinderace, like Ash's Pikachu is such an anomaly, bro. I don't know how you lost to Snivy.
I want to hold off on Horizon's power scaling. That's how I want to end this conversation. But just the simple fact that shit like that happens. Greninja, one of Ash's most strongest Pokemon, goes toe to toe with a champion's ace. Potentially could have beat the champion's ace if that battle didn't ended. Goes on to lose to Alon Charizard. Alon Charizard's a pretty strong Pokemon at that point, which, yeah, realistically, it is a pretty strong Pokemon. Gets wiped by Leon Charizard with, like, no gimmick. So then, like, Ash's Greninja just goes way more downhill at that point.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense because we saw Greninja in what's it called?
In that series. And it,
In
like,
that series.
And it no-diffed Ash's freaking Lucario.
Lucario.
The same Lucario that the next episode one-shotted Raihan's Duraludon. And Raihan's Duraludon is supposed to be on the tier of a champion ace.
Exactly. And even if
Journey's
Lucario,
is literally the worst case of this of like power scaling. It's so annoying.
Even if Lucario, like that the day after he did the Greninja training, Greninja was still stronger than that. So if he beat
Greninja no-diff Lucario.
Like if Greninja or if Lucario beat Duraludon, which is on the same level as Charizard,
it's slightly below. Slightly
below. But like
because Raihan can't beat
he can't beat Leon. But like
with one shot.
Yeah, someone has to explain that to me.
And then like that's not even accounting just like type matchups too.
Yeah, not even no type matchups whatsoever.
Just straight up power scaling, not even like because like I had somebody tell me that I was stupid for saying Ash's Pikachu is the strongest Pokemon because it would do no damage to Torterra.
This is the type matchup thing.
But that's literally a type matchup solely. And guess what? Ash's Pikachu has Iron Tail.
Yeah.
And you know what also Ash has? I'm pretty sure he has the Steel type Z move that he never used. That he can easily just corkscrew freaking whatever that Z move is and kill freaking Torterra.
You seen Ash pull some bullshit with that Z move with Pikachu too, like in the Steven fight.
Not even that.
But not even. That's just the first thing I remember because he used like Steven's like thing. I forgot what ability he has, but like he like resisted electricity.
No, that's the Volkner fight.
That
was a whole different thing. That's like
he like hit him with the Z move after like barely able to doing anything any damage, and then he beat him with like 4 beams of the actual like however many beam from the Z move because he's like pushing to the ground and then like knocked him out.
Oh my god! No, this is what I hated about this. Steven literally dodges like half of those beams, and it gets like redirected towards him. Yeah, and it just like knocks him out. And I'm like, what?
And it was so slow. Like Metagross stopped moving. We're talking about Mega Metagross here.
The Master 8 fights are the most horrendous things I've ever seen power scaling wise and just fight wise. Besides Ash versus Leon's Charizard, that is the only good fight in the Masters 8. And Lucario versus Garchomp, which also was so stupid.
Yeah. Spiritomb versus like
here's the thing. I can understand anime logic. If you're getting hit but with 10 million volts, even if you resist electricity, it's gonna do some damage.
Yeah. But like the fact that he couldn't avoid that, he only avoided one. How? It's not that fast, bro. It really wasn't that fast. We all saw it slowly redirect across the screen. He could have kept dodging.
I think it's
Ash won't.
crazy that power scaling wise, Ash's Pikachu is the only Pokemon. The Pokemon that gets affected the most, but like the second journey starts, Ash's Pikachu just doesn't get hit with power scaling at all. It never gets a stupid loss.
Yeah, but it lost to a low 5 Snivy in
After beating a legendary.
after being like what? Like the same Pikachu that like Pikachu versus Regice, um, in Battle Frontiers, lost to a Snivy. How? It makes literally no sense. It's actually so dumb. Yikes.
And then in the next series, I don't think Pikachu's worst loss in the next series is I think against Surskit, but at that point Ash had like no Pokemon. So you had to make Pikachu lose. But I think they came up with a reason. It's because of the freaking ice field and Pikachu got like snapped or stuck into it, and then Pikachu just ended up getting hit a bunch. I think that's like the only reason Pikachu lost that fight. Which is the only like bad power scaling example I can think of from like post Black and White. Besides Journeys, fucking fuck ass power scale. Remember when Reboot and Riolu fought Eternatus? No, they weren't involved yet when they fought it. Remember when as a Riolu was able to hold back Chairman Rose's ace Pokemon?
Yes.
And then one shot it once he evolved.
That arc happened way too fast, by the way, but ignoring that, like that was some bullshit.
Charizard, I'm not Charizard. Dragonite in its first fight beating Karina's Mega Lucaria. And then struggling against Iris's Dragonite, which is a weaker Pokemon. Not even Iris's ace. Just the whole B fight.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was about to mention that. Like all those B fights. Like I love B as a character. Like she's tough, but I don't know how they had a draw
The third
between
one is the stupidest
yeah.
one. Because how is Surfetch losing? Didn't he lose to Halucha again?
I think so. Yeah, I think I like flying press or something like
Yeah, he got
that.
flying like that was he literally like what?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Let's take into account other characters like Go. Like what the fuck was Go's power scale? Dude, remember when Reboot fought Zapdos and did incredible, and then they fight Articuno, the legendary bird that he'd have the advantages as a Reboot and struggled against it and got like one shot by Articuno in a raid fight compared to when he fought Zapdos one-on-one and like held its own.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Do you want to end it off with the Horizons power scaling?
I was gonna branch in one more fight. I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't know if I can. What else was ridiculous? There was obviously
Rowlet
Ryan.
versus Decidueye. I think Rowlet was a stronger Pokemon than How's Decidueye because How was like a bum. But I just think like that's the stupidest like power scaling like fight ever.
That's just so ridiculous. I just want to like get a really bad off-screen losing record in Journeys.
Yeah, what he off-screen deranked and then re-ranked up off-screen.
Like how did that happen? Like how did that even happen?
And then in that same episode, Go like no diffs a Flygon while Ash is struggling against it with Pikachu.
Ash versus Volkner.
We did mention that.
Was there anything else like
the stupidest part of power scaling is Gengar just like being Ash for the entire series and then just randomly getting good the second it gets Gigantamax.
Yeah, using like the tongue strategy.
Even though Gigantamax didn't even help in most of its fights.
Yeah.
It helped in one fight.
The Marnie fight too. Ash versus Marnie.
That shit in the fight was so ass. Why was it a
Well,
one-on-one?
he swallowed the Grimmsnarl,
Did
and then
Grimmsnarl Gigantamax in the fight? I forgot.
I think he did, and then as soon as he despawned and Gengar was about to lose his Gigantamax,
He
he
swallowed the
swallowed him in the mouth and then threw him to the ground. He took so much damage. I'm just like, when does that
Remember
even?
when Leon's Inteleon sniped Gengar out of its Gmax?
No, I didn't. I don't remember that, bro.
In the Leon fight, Inteleon
Yeah,
uses its snipe, hits Gengar at the back of the throat, and then it Gigantamax.
the Eternus
It didn't even lose the fight. It just Gigantamaxed.
The Eternus intervention was one of the most pointless things ever.
Yep.
Ash just did not need Gigantamax
He didn't need a
Pikachu at
second
all.
Gigantamax.
He
Here's the
did
thing.
not need
It's
that.
fair because he lost his second Gigantamax or third Gigantamax turned to some BS, but he did not need a second Gigantamax.
Yeah, and they only got one move off, right?
And wasn't that how wait, did Leon even Gigantamax his Charizard after that?
No, he just his Cinderace. 'Cause he
Yeah,
has
and that
Cinderace
was
out.
Leon's. Oh my god, I forgot he didn't even Gigantamax Charizard.
Nope.
Let's move on to Horizon's power scaling real quick, just to end
Yeah.
off the whole pod. Fuecoco headbutting Rayquaza into submission.
Wait, this is new?
No.
No, it's
Remember
Coco,
as
yeah.
a Fuecoco, and then lost to Didn't he lose to freaking Brassius, or did he win that fight?
I think. Okay, wait. I don't even remember. This is so long ago. This is all a blur.
I think he won that fight actually, but he lost to Nimona, which is a valid lose.
Didn't he beat Nimona recently?
I didn't even watch that episode.
Oh, I think he did beat her.
But I think
don't
he
remember.
used Mega Lucario, which that's a whole separate thing that I want to.
Yeah, that's the whole.
I want to
thing.
wait
But
till we
before
actually get to a
Voltage.
Horizons thing to talk about that. I just meant simple how last arc, Amithia, they were all pulling up on Zygarde with middle stage starters.
Yeah, and by the way, Liko has some of those BS losses ever. I don't know how she gets hoed by Roy so often.
Oh,
Roy is not that good.
Makes no sense. The Roy stuff makes no sense besides type advantage, which makes zero sense because Roy loses fights that he has the type advantage against to stupider shit.
Like Meowscarada versus the middle stage Fuecoco.
Here's the thing. The Hatterum loss was a valid loss.
Yeah. Absolutely. But
no, it was Florigato versus oh wait, no, they rematched and then Florigato still lost. I forgot about that.
How? I don't understand how the Trick Flower strategy was just kind of lame.
She gets certain Trick Flower strategies that are lame, and then she gets really good ones. I forgot what episode, but I think when she fought the Incineroar, she had a really good strategy with it. I don't know if you watched that episode.
No, I did, yeah, but I didn't
barely remember that episode. I just remember at one point they used Trick Flower as an actual distraction and then wrapped Incineroar around in it.
Yeah, but Roy, not having seen that, having only seen that move a few times, was all right, I'm gonna just bulldoze through this one.
I'm gonna swing my song and win the fight.
I fucking hate Roy. I hate him so bad. Roy too, oh my god!
But the simple fact that it's just Horizon's power scaling makes zero sense. We're losing to gym leaders, not even the strong gym leaders, and then the next step, within 10 episodes, we're beating Gita.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the most horrendous thing I've ever seen. That they beat Gita.
But Grusha, Liko always gets held, bro.
Can't beat Grusha.
Liko he just has these type matchups, and half the time the type matchup don't even do anything, but she still loses because, she lost against in the duo fight, her and the first gym leader, or the white lady with the
then you lose against Rika, and then you beat Gita.
Yeah, but then Roy won that fight with
No, he didn't. He lost
with
wait. Dot won her fight by doing nothing.
Yeah, Roy. Who was Roy fighting?
He fought Hassel. with Brassius.
And
Which
then
honestly, Roy had the most valid reason to win because like, if you go back to that fight, Brassius was like using like. Firstly, Brassius like he sold Roy there. He was using the Dottle or whatever the Arboliva pre-stage is. He was using that. The best part of that fight is when Roy lights the olive oil on fire, because that's like a good use of strategy. And then Roy got hoed out of that fight because Brassius is using 2 pseudo legendaries. No, that Hassel is using 2 pseudo legendaries. Yeah, but my main thing is with specifically the Horizons power scaling, you beat a champion and then you freaking struggling against a legendary that your Fuecoco took down, that your Crocolar no like did real better against as a Fuecoco.
still unserious,
And
bro.
it's
They gotta
just
like.
and then there's like shit where it's like Liko and Roy struggle against the Explorers, and then they beat the Explorers later on as they get stronger. Valid. The Explorers strike back, beat them again. Valid. But then like the Explorers like have like the stupidest feats ever. Like it's so inconsistent power scaling. Like remember in episode 2 when Liko beat Kanya?
No, I don't remember that at
Off
all.
screen, Liko beat one of the Explorers in episode 2.
It's crazy. But then she loses to.
And she loses to Katie, which
Yeah, like Katie lost. This girl break, bro. Like,
I think we should just end it there at that point.
yeah, nah, that's
I mean,
it's bad,
it's
bro.
just gonna keep going on and on. We're just gonna keep
There's so much more. Everything post Diamond and Pearl is bad. Starting with
power
Snivy.
scaling
That's
wise.
Snivy
Power
lost.
scaling wise.
Snivy
It
lost
started with
changed everything.
Snivy, literally. That ruined power scaling. But
And Cameron just
yeah. Kai, you want to hit us with the outro you have planned?
Oh shoot, I forgot to do. Okay. Anyway, that's gonna be it for us today. Episode 1/2, whatever you want to call it. This is the Chat Cadet podcast. We have Seth here signing off.
S-Man.
Seth?
S-Man.
S-Man, there we
signing
go.
off.
The Food Wars poster background. Then you got me. So we'll catch you guys, bro. Peace.
Goodbye.